it's raining. I really love it when it rains in North Carolina. It just feels like there's so much green everywhere. When it rained in Missouri, when I lived in Missouri, it always felt like you were out in the middle of a big storm that was kind of an open area. Even when I was in like the more forested area that our house was growing up, it always kind of felt like the storm was coming on top of you. And here it's just like the rain is everywhere and you're surrounded by green, and it's so pretty. And it's really nice when we're up on the 3rd story here in this apartment, because then you can come sit on the deck and it's just trees. Look at me, I'm surrounded by trees. It's the best place in the world. I love this place. I love being surrounded by trees. I love when it rains being able to sit up here with the birds, and the birds are just flying. I'm watching like the cardinals and everybody fly. This is a tree. Like, this is the top of trees that we're looking at right here. And it's amazing. It's beautiful. I don't ever want to forget how much I absolutely loved being out here and sitting here, especially during rainstorms. And Chips and I will come outside and we will just sit and watch the rain. And it's so beautiful. And if it's night, we'll come out here and we'll just sit and watch as the thunder and we'll watch as the lightning rolls in with the thunder. And there's a cardinal in the tree back there. That's so cool. I love looking just off my deck into a literal forest of trees, the top of a forest of trees. If I could ever pick like my own house, it would definitely have something like this, where it comes right up against the little forest, and like a story, like 3 stories up, looks into a forest like this, because it is the most amazing experience. And I'm out here saying it's the most amazing experience, leaning back in my broken office chair. If you're wondering about the weird angle, I'm sitting in my old office chair, and I totally forgot that it was so utterly broken, and I definitely will just have to throw this thing away and not inflict it on somebody else. But I'm out here, sitting in the rain, next to my escaping tomato plant who thinks he's going to go fly off the deck and meet the trees. Because I want to remember this, how pretty it is, how beautiful it is, what it's like to sit in the top of the trees in the rain. It's amazing, you guys. I highly recommend it. I highly recommend it. I do love living here, and I love these rainstorms as one of the special, joyful things that I really embrace about being here in North Carolina. And I remember the very first rainstorm I ever was in North Carolina was almost 3, maybe a little longer years ago. And it was so cool. It sounded like the jungle. And actually my aunt, who has been to Costa Rica, she served her mission there for 2 years. She looked at me as we're sitting in the car and we're listening to the rainstorm around us, and she goes, "This is just like when I used to be in Costa Rica. This is like what it sounds like in the jungle of Costa Rica when it rains and there's a rainstorm." And I thought that was amazing. I thought that was totally amazing. I still think this is amazing. It's hard to describe how when it rains, usually it's a little bit warm. I mean, it's summer right now, but it always has like a little aura of warmth that I think comes from being just a few hours away from the ocean, that I never felt when we lived out in the Midwest. And you don't have to worry about tornadoes here, which is kind of nice. But I love being here. That's what I'm trying to say. And I love the rainstorms. And I wonder how it rains in Michigan. How does it rain in Michigan? Does it feel like those big open field storms like they did in Missouri? Does it rain as much in Michigan? Am I going to feel surrounded by greenery there? I'm totally open to falling in love with where we're moving. I'm going to do that. We're going to live there for at least 5 to 6 years. I'm so excited about that. I keep talking about it again and again and again because it's such a novel idea to me to not have to move every year that I'm really ready to embrace that. But I do wonder how it's going to rain in Michigan, because I do love this. And if it rains differently in a really sad way, like someone just sort of like scattered a little bit of rain on the ground and that's it, and it doesn't feel like this almost a jungle like surrounding of greenery and the sound of rain, if it's not going to be the same, when I come out on my deck and I can't see the really sad wet cardinals that fly from tree to tree and look so disgruntled because they're covered in water right now. And the cardinals, that's who you can hear sassing over there. They're so upset. They're like, excuse you, rain, and they're just soaked. And so you can see them as they fly from spot to spot in the trees, little flashes of red. And the females will be kind of muted flashes of red. And they'll just kind of jump around all the different branches trying to get out of the way of the rain. And they're just adorable, and I love them. And maybe it won't be like that where we move. But you know, I'm going to try to make the most of it. I'm going to try to make the most of where we live. But I really am going to miss this. It's really beautiful. But hey, next year, this time of year, I'll have plenty of rain. We'll be in the rainy season in Taiwan. How amazing is that? I can't believe this is my life. I can't believe this is going to be my life. This is amazing. Yeah, this time next year, it'll be rainy season in Taiwan. So, Chips has told me, you'll have plenty of rain, don't worry. But man, this is beautiful. This is really beautiful, you guys. But it's okay. We're going to have it beautiful in Michigan too. And as you can tell, our flowers are doing well, and our tomato plant is doing well. And the birds, I absolutely love our outdoor birds. So the solution to keeping it wonderful in Michigan, even if I don't have these beautiful rainstorms, is going to be making sure I can bring the things or make the environment that I love. So to counteract this slight bit of tugging of like homesickness for leaving here, I'm just going to remember, hey, plant lots of flowers, so we'll fill up the deck and my house with flowers. And even if I can't have this amazing forest that I love so much right outside my deck anymore, or right out the back of my office, we'll bring the birds to us, and hopefully the chipmunks. I'm actually hoping if I put some seed out on the deck, we'll get some chipmunks now and then, and I can do like a little chipmunk cam, kind of like I do the birdseed diaries, only it would be chipmunks. I think that would be really cute. So yeah, that's the plan. Don't get discouraged even if things aren't going to be the same, because I'm going to do what I can to try to invite that thing I love into life. So lots of flowers. We'll put out tons of birdseed. We'll put up the window bird feeders in my office to try to attract as many of them as possible. And we'll have a wonderful time. Because it's all just one big adventure, and I'm not going to be sad about leaving my gorgeous forest. I'm just going to be thankful that I was here while I was here, because it's been amazing. Oh my gosh, you guys. Look at the wet, sad little house finches. They're waiting for their birdseed. Oh, she's going to the little birdseed spot. There's no birdseed. I'll bring you guys some birdseed. Oh, look at them. He's all wet. Oh my gosh. Hang in there, you guys. We'll see if we can get some rainy day birdseed diaries whipped up in just a moment here.